What do we have on some X posts? This is from Senator Cynthia Lummis. Bitcoin Act is the solution to our national debt and the future of American prosperity. She reintroduced the Bitcoin Act where she wants to buy 1 million. Something I'll check about it. Okay. This is a post from Elon Musk. Can I open it then? Oh, come on. No, I don't know if you guys can see it properly. Yeah. In support of the policies of President real Donald Trump and to demonstrate our confidence in the future of the United States, Tesla commits doubling vehicle production in US within 2 years. This is gonna smash the other producers, but really good news. And this is Trump. He bought his first Tesla today in the White House. That was a decent thing. Okay. Congressman Begich, sorry, mate, if I destroyed your name. He says that buying 1 million, 1 million. 1 million Bitcoin will ensure America's dominance in finance. It's happening. I think there were like 6 congressmen and senators that backed the bill so far. That would be major news. Okay, this one is one of the reasons that another good reason for why we should all be investing. Not only in cryptocurrencies or crypto assets, let's call them crypto assets, it sounds better, but in general, why you should invest. So this is a post from Bitcoin News. No More Inflation is one of the best Bitcoin documentaries yet. Okay. This is a special screening at Mining Disrupt, blah, blah, blah.
My grandparents, they could own a house and a summer house, have a car, 3 kids, and save money for the future on one income.
I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to afford a house. I don't know how I'm going to be able to put food on the table for my family because of the rising costs.
Inflation equals great depression or like great anxiety.
I don't believe inflation is going to stop.
Inflation will never stop. The whole idea of the currency is to have inflation. And every central bank is going to say the same thing. We're targeting 2% inflation. And that's like, okay, fine, they chose 2%, they chose 2%. Next year, it can be 3%. It doesn't matter. The whole idea is inflation is not a bug. It's part of the design. They want it. They need it. If they go into deflation, like you had in Japan, it's bad. If you go into hyperinflation, like you had Jamaica, you have Turkey, you have all of these things, all of these countries, again, is bad. So investing should be the way of your safety net. Let's put it like that, just saving you from this kind of shitty situations. And unfortunately, it happened to my parents, and it happened to a lot of Romanians, and it's still happening to a lot of people around the world. And I'm mostly advocating for crypto, not because I don't think investing in the stock market is really important and such, but I still think that worldwide crypto investing is much more accessible. I'm not talking about America, big chunk of Europe, where you do have accessibility towards investing in the stock market. But you do have loads of places where you cannot actually have access to the stock market. So until that happens, Bitcoin kind of sounds like the way to go.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's a treat. But the next day, it's just breakfast.
Remember when you went out with only 5 pesos in your wallet?
Now, 1,000 pesos wouldn't buy 2 cartons of yogurt.
You end up begging for the government to provide you assistance.
It's so hard to find food, even if you have the money.
Inflation.
That's sad. And she has like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit. Yeah.
And it is like a fight in a war.
Hyperinflation is the cause of all of the major totalitarian regime development historically.
And look what's going on in the world right now. And the change in political scene in Europe. And even though like extremists haven't really won elections yet everywhere, but have you noticed they're gaining popularity? And the last time that happened, we ended up with a world war. So extremes are not okay, man.
Out of the 237 fiat currencies, there has never been a single one that didn't die an early death in hyperinflation.
Civilizations have experienced this throughout time. It happens over and over again.
We are likely to have hyperinflation.
It's just a matter of when is it coming.
Yeah, pretty much. And like the Federal Reserve says, it's okay, we can always print more money.
The only reason why things get more expensive is because money is being printed.
Where does it come from? Do you just print it?
We print it digitally. As a central bank, we have the ability to create money.
And then government spends that money.
Why would anybody do that to give government the economic power to enforce what they believe is right, which seems to be infinite wars?
We as
Okay,
a
that's for
species
America.
devote enormous amounts of money to funding warfare.
You could not produce what the U.S. military-industrial complex produces if you didn't have the ability to print money.
To me, that's a horrific and disgusting aberration of human behavior, and I believe we can actually stop that from happening with Bitcoin.
People do not understand how profound this technology is by separating state and money.
Without
And even by bringing transparency to how the money is spent. And with the example of Doge and Elon Musk and what his only a small chunk of the things that they're discovering through the American government and the wasteful spending. And think about it like this: if that's what's happening in America, do you really want to figure out what's happening in countries like Romania, Pakistan? Romania, I'm saying just because that's the one I know, but probably more and more dodgy shit. I'm just saying. I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but governments are wasteful. Most of them.
the success of Bitcoin, financing war will continue, posing an existential threat to the entire species. The stakes are that high. I fear for my life, the lives of my loved ones, and the future of our species.
Yeah, I completely agree with what he said. Guys, we're up to an hour. Oh, let's see this one. So this is when Senator Loomis just said President Trump is with us on her bill of buying 1 million Bitcoin. And I think it's on the course of 4 or 5 years or something. But that would be so okay. We already have like the Bitcoin strategic reserve in America, which even though apparently crypto Twitter wasn't that excited about, but still that means that whatever America has at the moment, it's not getting sold anytime soon. Even if you have a new president in 4 years or how long it is, at least for the next 4 years, we know that no one is selling that Bitcoin, which is amazing. We don't have another Germany selling everything in a matter of weeks. That would be wow. And if whatever else is happening with Senator Loomis, and I think they're going to try to implement Bitcoin purchasing in other departments as well, like the Wealth Fund. I don't know why. I think Bitcoin might end up in the Wealth Fund as well. You have loads of American states that are voting and working towards building their own strategic Bitcoin reserves. And adoption is coming. And Tom Lee just said yesterday, sell-off was an overreaction. I think it was an overreaction, a deleveraging, and in the same time, massive liquidation events. Massive.
Why do you say overreaction?
Well, yesterday really was an indiscriminate selling day. Did Tesla's valuation and fundamentals drop 15%? Did the broad market have a 4% decline in valuations? To us, it really looked like a lot of liquidation. I think investors are, of course, reacting to the White House warning of pain ahead, but it has been more of an equity sell-off than it has been in corporate bonds. So to us, 4% down days, yeah, I think it's an overreaction.
Why do you say overreaction?
Well, yesterday really was an indiscriminate selling day.
Okay, and yeah, yesterday was a major sell-off. Nasdaq, I think, was down like 4% or something, and so on. Cryptocurrency, crypto assets were down big. Stock market was down big. Today we had a slight bounce back, like I said, with shitloads of uncertainty in the market. We might go lower. Trump is throwing tariffs every day. It's like now he's increasing them. Now he's like changing his mind. It's with all the uncertainty, the best thing you can do is just go touch grass. Stop looking at your portfolio all the time. If you do have more money to invest, DCA along the way. Just saying. It's like, make your life easier. The more we complicate shit, the more we fuck up. That's just my thought. That being said, bullish news. House passes repeal on IRS DeFi broker reporting rule. Less restrictions, more winning. Oh, good news. Oh, exactly what I was saying. 5 trillion wiped out, debt spiraling, and rate cuts incoming. The system is breaking. Bitcoin isn't just a lifeboat. It's the escape hatch. Pretty much. Bank of Japan watchers still expect the pace of interest rate hikes to be gradual, although they now see rates rising to a higher level in the current cycle. If Bank of Japan increases interest rates again next month, that's going to have another negative effect on crypto markets, and not only crypto markets, in everything. I think they said that they're not going to increase at every meeting, so there is the hope that they will take a pause at the next meeting they have. So let's see. I know that Mr. Donald Trump is desperately trying to crash the markets and everything just to force Jerome Powell hand and lower interest rates faster. See if that's going to work out. If not, Trump said, don't check the markets at the moment. He's not even checking the markets. Why should you? Okay, that's it. My hour is out. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I have to wake up in 4 or 5 hours. Like the video. Subscribe if you like it. If you want to join me, always, I will pin the link in the chat. Have a good one.